The Belgian ambassador was out to see the property at Bégin-La-Marche. We did a piece of stripping out there, so the rock is more exposed. We can actually see what the phosphate looks like. These 2.1 kilometers long of phosphate and 300 meters wide. We've now got the rock exposed, so it was a perfect time to have a visit out there.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is John Passalacqua. He is the CEO of First Phosphate Corp. And John, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Nice to see you too, Steve.
Good stuff. Well, you've got a couple of pieces of news we want to talk about. First off, you had a very interesting visitor to your project in Bégin-La-Marche. So tell me a little bit about this visit from the Belgian ambassador.
Yeah, the Belgian ambassador was out to see the property at Bégin-La-Marche. We did a piece of stripping out there, so the rock is more exposed. We can actually see what the phosphate looks like. These 2.1 kilometers long of phosphate and 300 meters wide. We've now got the rock exposed, so it was a perfect time to have a visit out there. We had a visit of about 40 to 50 people, one of which was the ambassador of Belgium, scoping out the project, obviously for the Belgian government and for the European Union, and calling for some big cooperation steps between the two countries, Canada and the EU, based on the strategic reserve of phosphate, of high purity phosphate, which is, a critical element and a strategic element for both countries and both blocks with the European Union.
Yeah, was that the sort of the message that Patrick Van Giel was bringing with him? Was the fact that Belgium could be a very strong market for your work that you're doing?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You obviously have a history with Belgium. You're working with a Belgian company already.
Yeah, so there's a company in Belgium called Prayon Technologies, and they're offering us the technology for making the purified phosphoric acid. So once we get the phosphate concentrate from the mine, we are then able to upgrade that concentrate to phosphoric acid using the technology from Belgium. Correct.
Okay, good. We also should mention that you completed a capital raise, $3.52 million. So filling up the treasury for the work ahead, which is going to be substantial.
Yes, exactly. We were out on a raise of $1 million. We had some of our existing shareholders that had asked us to open up a raise. And so we did, and then they just kept coming, which was nice. And we ended up with 3.5 million, which helps to advance our program and give us much more financial stability over the next 12 months.
Yeah, maybe just update everyone on where some of that money is going to go and sort of what you're looking at over the next 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, so we're going to continue to do our drilling at Bégin-La-Marche to define the resource. We're going to continue to expose the rock, so that we can see what the formations look underneath. And we're also going to be advancing slowly but gently towards our feasibility studies, which should start early next year.
All right, continues to be a busy time, John. Thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it, and congratulations on the news. It's very exciting.
Yeah, thank you very much, Steve. Nice to see you.
All right, John Passalacqua, the CEO of First Phosphate Corp.